Welcome to Kenpo University. My name is Alan Babinick and I'm your instructor. Hand isolations. The definition for hand isolations is this. They're food for thought, previews of coming attractions, things that are there, things that are not there, and if they're not there, where are they? What does it all mean? Well, that's a big question. If you notice, we do hand isolations for example, we're doing a hand isolation for finger set. We're doing a hand isolation for star block. All right? I'm kind of going to talk about the hand isolations and the katas. So the first thing is food for thought. So that's one of the parts of the definition for hand isolation. By the way, when you're doing a hand isolation, you're generally in a horse stance because you're taking your bottom part out of it. So I'm going to be in my horse stance as I go into this from here. At the end of long one, here's the food for thought part, is I'm doing a punch straight, straight, corner, corner, wall, wall, uppercut, uppercut, uppercut. Now, that's food for thought because what you're kind of saying is, let's see. If I'm following the kata patterns, yeah, I've been to that wall. So if I was pointing, I'd be, yeah, I've been that way. That corner, you know what? We haven't done anything to that corner yet. Hey, I haven't gone to that corner either. Yep, I've been to that wall. Yep, I've been to that wall. So the food for thought is when you're throwing those punches, where have you been? And that shows you that it's like, oh, wait, when I do short two, I do the plus sign, and then I do the X. Then I start going to those walls. So it's like, oh, now I can use some strikes to those walls, or I could go towards those walls. We have not done that in short and long one. So that's the food for thought, where it's kind of like, what am I supposed to be thinking about? Previews of coming attractions. Now again, let's look at the end of long one. So at the end of long one, I'm in my horse, and I'm doing these inward, downward, diagonal forearm blocks, palm down. And then you do the inward, downward, diagonal forearm block, palm up, as you're going through from the chambered position, right? Okay. And then you're doing your push down blocks. Well, we didn't do those in the katas except in the hand isolation. So those are previews of coming attractions. If you look in long two, you'll see that we actually use that. Now, it goes a little bit out of order when we're doing long two. There's a reason for it, but we're going a little bit out of order. So in long two, I know I'm at the wrong angle, but I just finished my eye dart. As I go to part B of long two after the triple eye darts, or the eye spears, you go, oh, there's the inward, downward, diagonal forearm block, palm down, or palm up. And then I do the other side as I go through. So the previews in long one, when you're doing your hand isolations with the forearm blocks and then the palm up forearm blocks and the push down, you're going to see that part B of long two. So those were previews of coming attraction. So just like you did star block to learn your blocks, then you did short one, where star block was just a preview of coming attraction of short one and long one, doing all your blocks as you're moving and making your upper and lower body move as a unit, right? So that's the previews of coming attraction idea. Things that are there, things that are not there, and if they're not there, where are they? That's a big one. So when we're doing, let's say, the end of long two, all right, and we're coming back, sandwich with the follow through, double outward elbows, chamber your hands for those double elbows, boom, come back up with the punches, and then we're done from there. So what is all that? I do my sandwich and pass through. Is that in the kata someplace? Is that sandwich in long 2? Short 2? Is it in any of the 3s? Is a sandwich motion somewhere in the 4s, 5s, or 6s? Where is it? So, is it in this kata? If it's not, where's it at? Okay. So where is that at? So take a look through your katas and see if you can find out where the sandwich is. So from the sandwich, it's the double outward elbow. Now, as I'm doing that motion, maybe it's going to be that motion. Maybe I could do it on a different plane. So is that in the kata someplace? Is that in long 2? Where is it? I'm not sure. It could be a bunch of different places because that's just opposing forces, right? 2 elbows going opposite directions. So maybe, hey, wait a second. That looks kind of familiar. When I'm doing crossing talon, that's where it is, or at least that's where one example of it is. So I found that one. What do you know? Where else is it? Can you look through the rest of your katas and look for anything that's doing that double outward motion? And then when you're doing a rear elbow and an upward elbow at the same time, is it really an elbow? Was that somewhere in long 2 or short 3 or long 6? Where was that? Maybe it was just in a technique. Maybe, let's see. If I was doing thrusting wedge, hey, that kind of looked like it, didn't it? Kind of looked like it a little bit. So that's thrusting wedge. Wait a second, thrusting wedge is in long 3. So there's, if it's not in the kata, if it's not there, where is it? So you got to look around. Is that the only place in the katas it is? Don't know. Maybe you should look. I have. You know, you got to do the work. If I do all the work for you, you don't learn that much. If you do the work, you will remember the answers. So just off of the end of long 2, is there the sandwich someplace? Can you find examples of the double outward elbows, whether it's this way or some other direction? And is it elbows, or is it maybe I'm pulling into that? And then when I'm doing the last bit, are those rear? Maybe I am doing some type of technique where I'm hitting with an elbow and something like that. It's not exactly like it, but when you start looking for things, you go, wait, it kind of looks like that, but not really. So keep looking, all right? So food for thought, previews of coming attractions, things that are there, things that are not there, and if they're not there, where are they? That's your job. Go find them. So look at all your hand isolations and all the katas and go find them. Oh, one more thing. Here's some food for thought. Most of the time when you're doing a hand isolation, you're facing the front, right? You're facing 12 o'clock. So long 1, long 2 I just did. We're facing to 12 o'clock. When we do long 3, though, you do one technique. So you do destructive twins, and then you're doing a hand isolation facing that corner. You go back to the technique, and then you do a hand isolation facing that corner. And then in long 4, the second hand isolation is facing backwards. So I faced 12, I faced 10:30, I faced 1:30, and I faced 6, doing my hand isolations. What's missing? Are there more? Or were those my examples? Is there a hand isolation facing to the back corners? I don't know. Is there? You got to look. You have to do the work. So just a little food for thought. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching this video production from Kenpo University.